The subway car rattled along the tracks, a symphony of metallic groans and rhythmic clatters, creating a soundtrack that was all too familiar to the daily commuters, and the murmur of weary commuters, their voices blending into a low hum that filled the air. It was a Tuesday like any other, filled with the usual rush-hour indifference, a sea of faces moving with mechanical precision. People huddled over their phones, seeking solace in glowing screens, avoiding eye contact, each lost in their own digital world. The air hung heavy with a collective sigh of resignation. Another day, another commute, another journey through the urban labyrinth. Among them sat a young woman named Sarah, a regular passenger on this daily voyage. Her shoulders slumped, her gaze distant, she blended into the sea of faces, just another anonymous traveler battling the daily grind, her spirit weighed down by unseen burdens. But beneath her carefully composed exterior, a storm raged within, a tempest of emotions she struggled to contain. Life had dealt her a series of blows, leaving her feeling defeated and utterly alone, as if she were adrift in a vast, uncaring ocean. Suddenly, the train screeched to a halt, jolting everyone out of their self-imposed bubbles, the abrupt stop a stark reminder of their shared reality. A collective groan rippled through the car, a chorus of frustration and impatience. The delay seemed to amplify the already palpable tension, the air thick with unspoken grievances. People shifted impatiently, some muttering under their breath, others sighing dramatically, each expressing their discontent in their own way. It was then that a man, sitting across from Sarah, noticed her quiet despair, his eyes softening as he took in her troubled expression. His name was John, and he possessed the kind of face that held the wisdom of years etched into the corners of his eyes, lines that spoke of a life well lived and lessons hard learned, and a warmth that radiated outwards, instantly disarming, a beacon of kindness in the otherwise indifferent crowd. He watched her for a moment, his heart aching with a familiar pang of empathy, recognizing the silent struggle that mirrored his own past battles. John reached into his bag and pulled out a single, vibrant sunflower. Its petals, a burst of sunshine yellow, seemed to glow in the dim light of the subway car. He held it out to Sarah, a silent offering of comfort. Sarah looked up, startled, her eyes meeting John's. For a moment the world around them faded away. In that single gesture she saw not pity, but a genuine desire to ease her pain. A wave of emotion washed over her, threatening to break through her carefully constructed walls. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice thick with unshed tears. The simple act of kindness, so unexpected in that moment of shared frustration, pierced through the armor she had built around her heart. John smiled, a small, knowing smile. "Sometimes," he said gently, "all it takes is a little bit of sunshine to brighten even the darkest of days." What neither of them knew was that a young college student seated across from them had captured the entire exchange on her phone. She was just another passenger, lost in her own world, until this moment caught her attention. She had been about to upload a funny cat video when the train stopped, and her attention was drawn to the silent interaction unfolding before her. The contrast between the mundane and the extraordinary was striking. There was something so pure, so genuine about it that she felt compelled to hit record. It was a moment that transcended the ordinary, a fleeting glimpse of humanity at its best. Later that night she uploaded the video with a simple caption, "Kindness is contagious." She hoped it would resonate with others as it had with her. Little did she know that her video would soon become an internet sensation. Notifications started pouring in, and her phone buzzed incessantly. The video struck a chord with millions around the world. People from different walks of life found themselves moved by the simple act of kindness. Perhaps it was the raw emotion on Sarah's face, the genuine empathy in John's eyes, or the simple beauty of the sunflower against the backdrop of the mundane subway car. Each element added a layer of depth to the story. Whatever the reason, the video went viral, shared and reshared countless times, spreading a message of hope and compassion far and wide. It became a beacon of positivity in a world often overshadowed by negativity. Sarah, an aspiring musician, had poured her heart and soul into her music. Every note she played, every song she wrote was a piece of her soul laid bare for the world to see. It was her refuge, her solace, her voice in a world that often felt too loud and overwhelming. Music was her sanctuary, a place where she could express her deepest emotions without fear. But the music industry was a fickle beast, and rejection after rejection had chipped away at her confidence, leaving her questioning her dreams. Each letter of rejection felt like a personal failure, a reminder of her perceived inadequacies. The day she met John on the subway, she had just received yet another rejection letter, this one from a prestigious music school. It was a school she had dreamed of attending since she was a child. It felt like the final nail in the coffin of her aspirations. The weight of that rejection was almost too much to bear. Despair threatened to consume her, whispering insidious doubts in her ear. The voice of doubt was relentless, telling her she wasn't good enough, that she would never make it. Maybe she wasn't good enough. Maybe all her efforts were in vain. Maybe it was time to give up. The thought of abandoning her dreams was heartbreaking, but the pain of constant rejection was becoming unbearable. She had boarded the subway that day, her heart heavy with unshed tears, feeling utterly lost and alone. The city around her seemed indifferent to her pain. John's simple act of kindness, the unexpected gift of a sunflower and a kind word, had pierced through the darkness that threatened to engulf her. It was a small gesture, but it meant the world to her in that moment. In that single moment, Sarah realized she wasn't invisible. Someone saw her, truly saw her pain, and cared enough to offer a gesture of comfort. It was a small act, but its impact was profound. It reminded her that even in the depths of despair there was still beauty to be found, kindness to be shared, and hope to cling to. That night, as she watched the video of herself and John go viral, she was overwhelmed with emotion. The outpouring of support from complete strangers, their messages of encouragement and shared experiences brought fresh tears to her eyes. It was the validation she had been craving, the reminder that she wasn't alone in her struggles. The video, initially a simple capture of a fleeting moment of human connection, became a catalyst for a global movement of kindness. People were touched by the raw emotion, the unspoken understanding between two strangers, and the powerful message of hope it conveyed. News outlets picked up the story, sharing it on their platforms, amplifying its reach. Soon, #SunflowerSubway and #KindnessContagious were trending worldwide, with people from all walks of life sharing their own stories of kindness given and received. There was something about the video's simplicity that resonated with people. It was a reminder that kindness didn't have to be a grand gesture. It could be as simple as a smile, a kind word, or a single sunflower offered to a stranger in need. Inspired by John's act of kindness, people around the world began performing their own random acts of kindness. They paid for the coffee of the person behind them in line, left encouraging notes for strangers to find, and donated to charities in need. Social media platforms, often criticized for their negativity and divisiveness, were flooded with stories of compassion and empathy. The video had sparked a movement, reminding people of the power of human connection and the importance of looking out for one another. Kindness campaigns sprung up overnight, encouraging people to spread joy and compassion in their communities. Schools implemented kindness challenges, businesses offered discounts for acts of kindness, and families made a conscious effort to incorporate acts of kindness into their daily routines. John, initially hesitant about the attention the video received, was humbled by the outpouring of kindness it inspired. He used his newfound platform to advocate for mental health awareness, sharing his own struggles and encouraging others to seek help when they needed it. Sarah, her spirit reignited, poured her heart into her music. She started a YouTube channel, sharing her music and her story, inspiring others to pursue their dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem. The ripple effect of that single act of kindness on the subway continued to spread, touching countless lives and reminding people of the power of human connection. It was a testament to the fact that even in a world often filled with darkness, light had a way of finding its way through. The story of John and Sarah on the subway is a poignant reminder that we are all interconnected. Our actions, no matter how small, have the power to impact the lives of those around us. Kindness has a ripple effect, spreading outwards, touching countless lives in ways we may never fully comprehend. In a world that often feels increasingly divided, it's easy to feel isolated, lost in our own bubbles of experience. But the truth is, we are all in this together. We all experience joy and pain, hope and despair, and sometimes all it takes is a simple act of kindness to bridge the divide, to remind us of our shared humanity. The subway, a place often associated with anonymity and indifference, became an unlikely symbol of hope and compassion. It served as a reminder that even in the most mundane of settings, even amidst the hustle and bustle of everyday life, opportunities for kindness abound. John's simple act of offering a sunflower to a stranger in need became a beacon of light, illuminating the inherent goodness that resides within us all. It was a testament to the fact that kindness doesn't require grand gestures or elaborate plans. It simply requires a willingness to see the needs of others and to respond with empathy and compassion. So the next time you find yourself caught up in the daily grind, remember the story of John and Sarah. Remember the power of a single act of kindness to change a life, to inspire a movement, and to remind us of our shared humanity. Choose kindness, not just today, but every day. Look for opportunities to brighten someone's day, to offer a helping hand, to spread joy and compassion wherever you go. You never know how far the ripple effects of your kindness will reach. If you've enjoyed this video and found it inspiring, then there's so much more waiting for you. Make sure to check out the other videos on our channel where we dive into incredible stories of perseverance, hope, and transformation. Each video is designed to uplift, motivate, and remind you that no challenge is too big if you believe in yourself. Our channel, Reality Reflection, is all about showcasing real-life stories that reflect the limitless potential within each of us. We explore everyday challenges, reveal personal growth journeys, and offer tips to help you achieve your own breakthroughs. So don't stop here. Click on one of our other videos, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to be inspired. Join the Reality Reflection community, where we believe that with the right mindset, everything is possible. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.